The Chanel campaign starring Jungkook made a clear impact from the very beginning. It's not just another collaboration with a major brand, but a demonstration of growth and consolidation in his career. Each video released maintains a firm, organized, and coherent visual style, making it clear that this project marks the beginning of a new stage. Jungkook appears with a defined and confident presence. The use of white in his wardrobe highlights a clean, elegant, and well-crafted image. His movements, posture, and the way he holds his gaze convey control and professionalism. Everything is well measured, and that explains why the campaign generated so much attention. Jungkook not only looks good, but he knows how to adapt to the concept without losing his essence. At the same time, many people perceived something familiar in the atmosphere of these videos. The vibe it conveys is clearly reminiscent of TAEHYUNG. It's not forced or stated directly, but it's felt in the details, in the calmness of the scenes, and in the way the image is constructed. This feeling is further reinforced by the release of TAEHYUNG's Winter Ahead, a visually striking and clear work with a very distinct identity. At certain moments, the viewer's attention shifts naturally between the two. The aesthetic, rhythm, and visual energy make it easy to move from Jungkook to TAEHYUNG without any jarring transition. For TaeKook fans, the connection between the two doesn't need to be explained or exaggerated, it's evident through visual coincidences and similar artistic choices. The images of Jungkook dressed in white became one of the most talked about aspects of the campaign. That same aesthetic, when applied to TAEHYUNG, reinforces the idea of visual unity. TaeKook in white represents a clear, stable, and easily identifiable image, two figures moving in the same direction, each with their own space, but sharing the same path. This content arrived at a time when many people were hoping for positive signs. Without being overly dramatic, the videos offered a sense of order and continuity. The narrative surrounding TaeKook is based precisely on that: time, consistency, and trust in the process. It's not about immediate promises, but about understanding that every step has its own timing. The idea of waiting and moving forward patiently is presented directly. The night that ends and the day that begins serve as a simple explanation of gradual change. TaeKook fits into that image effortlessly, demonstrating stability and a forward-looking perspective. Recently, Jungkook was spotted at G-Dragon's concert accompanied by J-Hope, Hoshi, and Mingyu. This moment drew attention because it shows Jungkook in a relaxed environment, surrounded by close and trusted friends. It was a natural outing where he appeared comfortable, at ease, and enjoying the event like anyone else. J-Hope and Jungkook's friendship has been well known for years, marked by shared work, respect, and constant support. Mingyu was also by his side, recognized by many fans as one of Jungkook's closest friends outside of his group. Mingyu has been seen accompanying him on several occasions, providing companionship and stability. During the concert, Jungkook appeared lively and focused on enjoying the moment. He seemed free, attentive to the show, and connected with those around him. For many, this image is important because it confirms that Jungkook is doing well, that he has a supportive environment, and that he can take the time to experience things without pressure. These kinds of moments also allow us to better understand the place TaeHyung holds in Jungkook's life, even when he's not physically present. For TaeKook fans, the relationship between TaeHyung and Jungkook is clear and constant. It doesn't depend on frequent public appearances or direct statements to be recognized. It's based on years of living together, repeated actions, and a connection that has been shown in many ways over time. TaeHyung and Jungkook are seen as a couple who understand each other without needing words. Their bond is perceived as strong, stable, and real. Many people believe that what unites them goes beyond the professional or a simple friendship. The way they seek each other out, accompany each other, and support each other has been visible to those who have followed them for years. That's why, for TaeKook fans, this relationship doesn't generate doubt, but certainty. There are many people who prefer to ignore what is obvious, but there are also those who observe closely and understand what happens between them. The connection between TAEHYUNG and Jungkook needs no lengthy explanations or defenses. It's evident in their gestures, their closeness, and the way they share moments together. This naturalness is what makes their relationship so believable for those who believe in TaeKook. When fans hope to see them together again, they don't do so from a place of fantasy, but from what they've already witnessed, moments where they both appear comfortable, attentive to one another, and connected in a special way. These aren't exaggerated scenes, but simple instances that reflect affection, trust, and a strong bond. That's what many value, the constancy of their connection over time. TaeKook is seen as a relationship that isn't hidden, but also isn't overly ostentatious. TAEHYUNG and Jungkook have demonstrated on numerous occasions that they share something deep and authentic. Their actions make it clear that what exists between them is important and real. That's why, whenever Jungkook appears calm and well, many people understand that he's part of a balance that also includes TAEHYUNG. What happened can be explained simply and directly. Jungkook attended a concert with close friends, appearing relaxed and enjoying the moment. At the same time, for TaeKook fans, these kinds of scenes fit into a larger narrative where the relationship between TAEHYUNG and Jungkook remains strong, clear, and present. It's a connection that many recognize, support, and hope to see reflected again when they share the same space once more. This adds to what many people have consistently noticed over the years. There's an evident connection between Jungkook and TAEHYUNG, reflected in clear and repeated gestures. It's perceptible in the way they look at each other when they're together, how they search for one another within the same space, and the physical closeness they maintain without needing to emphasize it. This dynamic isn't occasional, it's sustained over time. The settings, activities, and environment change, but the way they relate remains the same, showing a continuity that's easy to identify. Jungkook gives TAEHYUNG an effortless attention that's readily apparent. The way he orients himself toward him, how he adjusts his posture to stay close, and how he reacts to his presence reveals a clear priority. These gestures are repeated in different moments and situations, reinforcing the idea of a strong connection. It's not a complicated interpretation or ambiguous signals, but rather straightforward behaviors that remain constant over time. The relationship between TAEHYUNG and Jungkook is best understood through simple, consistent actions. It doesn't rely on words or lengthy explanations. It's expressed in everyday details, how they share space when they're together, how they coordinate their movements, and how attentive they seem to each other. This way of interacting conveys stability and closeness. It's a relationship that feels solid because it doesn't need flashy displays to be recognized. When people expect to see them together again, they do so based on what they've already observed. There are numerous moments where they both appear calm, focused, and connected. These are brief but clear moments where their closeness is evident without grand gestures. They share the moment naturally, maintaining a synchronicity that is frequently repeated. This consistency is what keeps the interest in TaeKook alive. Over time, TaeKook has solidified as the image of two people who are constantly and quietly supporting each other. When one of them is feeling tired, tense, or uncomfortable, the other is usually there for them. It's not something they announce or make obvious, but it's noticeable in the way they position themselves and how attentive they remain. This close presence acts as support and reinforces the idea of a stable bond. This closeness doesn't depend on external comments or public attention. It persists even when it's not spoken about or directly mentioned. It's a relationship built in everyday life, through repeated gestures and a clearly perceptible trust. The way they care for each other, observe each other, and share the same space reflects a solid understanding that has developed over time. For those who support TaeKook, this connection is easily recognized because it's consistently, directly, and steadily displayed every time they're together, reinforcing the perception of a firm and lasting relationship.